Hi everyone, this is Tracy Newman from the Navigators Tarot, where you can find me on Instagram. You can also find me on Sleepy Wisdom, on YouTube. And if you would like a personal reading from me, you can also find me at my website, which is sleepywisdom.com. Okay, let's have a look and see what's going on for the general energies this week. What's driving it? There are visitors in my home at the moment. I don't know who they are. Anyway, I'll figure that out a bit later. Let's have a look and see what's going on. Rest, recuperation for a lot of people at the moment. The need to rest, the feelings like we actually need to rest while we're going through these energetic changes is huge at the moment. A lot of us are experiencing aches and pains. A lot of us are experiencing sciatic nerve pain. And all sorts of other things that are going on. A lot of people are also experiencing lots of type of glandular issues at the moment as well. What we have to remember is there has been an attack on all of us, all humanity as we know it. And, you know, as we begin to sort of move and shift out of this 3D matrix world, out of the poisonous, toxic energy that we have been swimming in for quite some time, it will require us to move higher, but then and to move further in, further within. But we also must, as we're starting to shift and move through our physiological structure, it's going through so much change. And so there's a lot of blockages, energy blockages, and also to heavy metal poisoning as well, I'm getting. And so a lot of us are actually experiencing a lot of different... I'm also hearing that there has been some sort of radio, like an EMP, is it EMF? Is it EMP type of energy as well that has literally gone right out throughout humanity. It's like a sabotage energy that's been done to humanity at this time. And we are all suffering the consequences of that. A lot of us will feel tired. A lot of us will have all sorts of issues that will come up, health issues that will come up, lots of blockages that need to be sort of like moved through and removed. No matter what actually does happen to humanity or to whatever, whatever attacks come in, we have the fortitude and the ability to override anything that actually comes through, because we just need to remember who we are. But who we are when we are connected to source and all that is so much more powerful than anything that they can throw at us. So that's one thing that I'm getting. But there is this need to rest as much as possible while the changes take place, because we literally are going to be moving out a lot of the toxic residue of what has actually occurred to humanity right now and in the past. And a lot of us now are in the process of purging out those darker, danker energies that have been in our system for quite some time, in our energy system, in our physiological system, in our physical system, all of it, our emotional system. There's a huge cleansing now beginning to take place for humanity. And a lot of us are doing that sort of work where we're moving those toxins up and out through our physical bodies, those blockages. A lot of us will be required to go within while we do this work. Yep. So this is kind of like a last-ditch effort by the darker forces to control humanity. It isn't going to work, however, because our frequencies have now changed to such an extent that the lower frequency bandwidth is no longer recognizable and not able to be picked up by those who are in this FM station, can't come down into the AM station and probably won't even be able to find it, if that makes sense. It's like on a radio, you can't find if you're in the FM, you have to sort of switch down or something to get into an AM radio wave. That's exactly what's happening now. We're switching, moving upwards and out of that AM into an FM station. There's victory, there's world. So we're coming to the end of this old world cycle of darkness and control, and moving into beautiful energies of reconciliation with our own selves, the truth of who we really are. And also it can also mean reconciliation with others as well. Although I am finding that I'm moving away from a lot of those energies that are not willing to sort of like shift and move. It's like it's not even anything I can do except go with the changes that are coming with that. And a lot of us will be experiencing that as well. So that may mean that some relationships may have to be left while you move into other higher aspects of self. And you'll begin to find relations with people who are of a similar vibration, but are literally in more of a love type of vibration, not one of judgment. So very interesting. So a lot of us will be shifting, moving these darker energies out while this happens. And it may mean a time of introspection and going into hermit mode like energies while we shift and fine tune. Purge these old energies out and fine tune so that we can move into a higher aspect of self. As within, so without. So we begin to sort of like manifest a higher version of our world into our being. So it's very much family, moving into an abundant time with family. That is occurring for a lot. The sun energies are really making their, because, while the darkness is trying to actually, control us on every level, the sun energies basically are coming through. This is purely energetic, what's happening with the sun. The sun and the flares that are coming from the sun are huge. And it's those energies that are literally going to help to move us forward and to blast out any remaining toxic energies at all. It's literally just going to blast those energies through. So that can also be very uncomfortable, and it can manifest as pain pretty much as we're trying to actually purge out a lot of those darker energies and those blocked energies through our physical body. So the solar flares from the sun are really, really affecting a lot of us as we move out and shift out these old toxic energies. So, and it may come in the form of, like I said, aches and pains and things like that, but what I'm hearing is that this is the time now for us to basically get out of our own way. There's so much happening, energetically on every level, and it's really hitting us. And it's like the chaos that we're seeing and the chaos that sometimes we can be involved in literally is making us so tired of being in that chaotic energy that literally we just don't have any more what's the word? Compunction is a good word that's coming to me. To remain in those energies or to even attract those energies. It's like we're just too tired now. We're too sore, too painful. It's like just let it go. Let the energies, go. These toxic energies that have built up in us, and with whatever the darkness actually does come at us, it's not going to work anyway. It may be uncomfortable, because some of those energies can be quite uncomfortable when we are sort of like attacked in that way. But at the end of this, so we've got that, but then we've got the sun energies that are coming through. They're so much stronger than anything else that literally will just blast all of that through. I hope I'm making sense. It's kind of like weird, but this is what I'm getting. So I have to basically tell you what I'm getting. So literally rest as much as you can, because these energies are huge. It's kind of like this is a fight for our souls, pretty much. But, at the end of the day, there's so much going on. There's so many different energies. This is probably why and I have these visitors here. I don't know what they want. I don't know where they're from or why they're here, but it's something to do with, I'm getting an image of mothers and children. There has been an attack on mothers and children on some level, and I have to figure out what that is. Or when I leave here, I'll try and figure out what they want and want to tell me. So at the moment, we really, really need to listen to our bodies, listen to our feeling center, and go from there. Listen to our intuition when it's trying to tell us to rest, or then rest, because like at the moment, there's just so much going on. There's so much energy that's coming through our bodies, and it is literally coming in the form of, so what I'm hearing is the EMP, whatever that was that actually, it's like there's been an attack on all of us, but none of us would actually know that, but we'll be feeling it. We'll be feeling that darker sort of energy, and that trying to sort of like pin us down in some way, or we'll feel it in our physical bodies as just like we've been zapped. But then we also have the flares coming from the sun, the solar flares energy coming from the sun, which literally will be blasting through anything that the negative, the alien agenda, or even the dark, who in whatever shape or form it comes in, it's literally blasting through all of that. So it doesn't matter what they do at this time right now, because we've moved into a completely different frequency, whereby the sun's flares are just pretty much belting through, coming through, and literally destroying anything that is of a lower frequency vibration. Hope that makes sense. Anyway, let's have another look and see if there's anything else. Okay, they're really quite insistent. I'm going to have to go in a minute and figure out what it is they want. Yep, so the tower energy is here. Like they cannot get away with anything anymore. The darker energies cannot get away with anything anymore. The tower is here. It's literally knocking on the door, and it's wanting us to leave the tower, evacuate now. Concentrate on family and just being in your own spaces right now, because like I keep saying, things are about to get rough. They already are. But literally, and if you feel like you just literally just want to get out, or want to get away, or just sit still, breathe, and just allow those energies to sort of work through you, and try and rest as much as possible is what I'm hearing. Just rest. It's really hard when you've got to work in a 3D matrix world, and you've got to be in it at this time while it's crumbling and falling. But anyway, we're all doing our best, everything that we can, to navigate these energies. Okay, I hope that makes some sort of sense. Anyway, I shall see you anon. Bye for now.